Hi, I am Jada Cabell on a mission to feed stomachs and souls. I am your life guidance counselor, ready to love you and heal you. I am on the heels of a woman.
Please let us know your business, because you funded the food for this wonderful event on the Heels of a Woman, and talk about why you decided to join in.
My mission in life is to feed stomachs and souls. And so I was originally a caterer for over 18 years. Just recently, January, I walked away from the profit side of it, and I've been feeding the hungry since Hurricane Katrina. I came here after the hurricane and started feeding the hungry from my hotel, and it just grew into that. But as far as me being a chef, it requires a lot of focus. And I get more joy out of sitting with someone and they come to me being broken, and they come to me and they have hurt and they don't want to forgive the person who's hurt them. And just being able to just share love with them, unconditional love, non-judgmental love, and seeing them walk away free, I wanted to devote more of my time to that. And so events like these and missions like these are dear to my heart. So when Sylvia asked, could you do the food, I was like, of course. Of course. And I use what we feed out the hungry. So I only feed what I eat.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for doing that. Now, one of your stories is you are a survivor of Hurricane Katrina. And what I find so just so gracious about, you were still willing to give a hand to someone else during your own need. I mean, you were talking about being homeless yourself, and then someone came and said, can I have some food? And I'll let you take it from there.
And my mom on the phone saying, B, you homeless yourself. What are you doing? You don't know these people. And I just felt comfortable doing it, and it just grew. It grew. I was feeding the hungry from the hotel for at least 2 months before I even got my own house.
Wow.
So when I got into my own house, usually people want to do a housewarming party or just celebrate because I'm back in my own house. I organized a big feeding event with all my friends to come with me downtown and go feed the hungry. So for some people, they're still trying to recover, but for me, Hurricane allowed me to walk into my purpose, and that is again to feed souls and feed stomachs, and I just love it.
And that's really, I think that sometimes when you say that just as a waterfall, but that is so powerful that it was what you were going through, your own hardship. And that's when you found your purpose.
Exactly.
Now, because I know people like me, well, Lord, I don't want to find my purpose through hardship.
Exactly.
It's not something that could this happen? And then something's going to come on the other side. So it's really genuine of you to say, I was going through what I was going through.
Exactly.
And I still had enough heart.
Exactly.
And enough gumption to want to offer services to food. So go ahead.
And that's how God put the second part, because like I said, it's feeding stomachs and souls. I was in jail when I realized that my purpose was to feed souls.
Yes, I remember.
So it's crazy. I find my purpose in my pit. I always do. And instead of looking at my circumstances, I just do it. And so even moving forward into my business fully, because I've been doing it like 2 years, but to say that I am not a caterer anymore, this is who I am, I had to go through a divorce to say, I want to do this full time. When people walked up to me and I would share them, oh, we're not together anymore, they was like, what? I'm sorry to hear it. I'm like, what you sorry for? And it's because I was able to, I'm not going to die because of that died. I'm still here. I still exist, and there's a purpose for me. And so if my pit brings purpose to someone else, bring me in it. I believe that he's given every one of us the strength that we need to be able to stand and move forward with it. So it's crazy how that happens to me. I don't know.
It is, but you know what? Let God be God and let him work in you how he tells truth.
Exactly.
So do you need, how can we help you continue to help others?
All the time. Donations are always on my website. The Love Lives Foundation are always being accepted, especially now that I'm getting ready to do another road trip. because that's what happened. When I went on the road trip the last time and went to jail feeding the hungry. It was crazy.
You went to, okay.
Yes,
yeah.
I was on a road trip feeding the hungry, and I was in Wyoming of all places, the only black girl in Wyoming, and being pulled over for a warrant. That later on I found that it wasn't my any dealings with me, but I had to go through that, and so now I believe that God has given me a second chance to go and do this, and He's given me a platform to say, hey, I need supporters. I would love to have you to join me on this road trip, and I want to just go out and just bring this energy to someone in a little small country town thinking no one loves them. I'm just excited. So if they go to jadacabell.com, it's my website, and all my information is on there.
Marilyn Davis, on the heels of a woman, presenting today. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm really excited. I really enjoyed all the presentations. And of course, you are with Wells Fargo.
Absolutely.
Started from a teller to now tell us where you are.
Absolutely. I started as a teller, and now I am store manager. I have been store manager for 14 years now.
Wow.
But I have worked as a teller, and then I went to head teller. Then I went to training branch supervisor, which trained new hires coming in. And then I worked as customer service. They were called customer service reps back then because it was a while ago. And then assistant manager, and then store manager. So I've worked in every area of the store.
Yes, excellent. Now, one of the things that you talked about is grants.
Right.
So talk about the grants and the time period, because there was a couple of nuggets that you did drop to people who are interested and have nonprofits, and there's a time frame that people have to follow.
Absolutely.
So talk about that a little bit and the requirements.
Okay, absolutely. We have what we call the Day of Giving. We've been doing that for 4 years now, and what that entails is every year around June, all the store managers are asked to submit a nonprofit organization. So they have to be a 501c or C3 organization, and we just submit them for $1,000 donation. So we submit names, and if they're chosen, they are notified in August, and then around September they're invited for breakfast where the store manager gets to present that check to them. So it's a very, very rewarding experience.
Excellent. Now, I know Sue Williams was a contact that everybody was trying to write. Do you remember her number, and can you tell us her email address?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I don't remember her phone number, but her email address is sue.2.williams@wellsfargo.com.
Okay.
And they are taking applications now for the next meeting that's coming up. That meeting's coming up June 1st. So the February 1st meeting has already been held, and the next one will be June 1st. I'm Marilyn Davis. I work with Wells Fargo in Dunwoody, and I am on the heels of a woman.